Okay, so I'd like to welcome you guys all here to the lunch bunch. I wish I had had the opportunity to speak to your whole class to kind of give you a better understanding of what this is. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing small groups, and during the lunch hour seems to work best for the 4th grade. And so we've invited you to come so that we can talk about some social skills. I know one of you said, wait, I have good social skills. Yes, you do, but all of these things are tips that we can all benefit from. I was even looking at one of my lessons that we're going to be doing in a few weeks about interrupting, and I thought, I need those reminders. Those are good reminders. So every one of us is here to try to improve and to learn something from this. I'll give you a small example of a lesson as we go, but first I wanted to answer any questions that you might have. Yes?
So I have a comment.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm admitting that I'm not perfect all the time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Well, we all have things that we can work on. That's why we're at school, right? Is to learn and to grow and to do things better. Yeah. So, the first thing I want you to do is there's a piece of paper at your desk. Yep. If you just take that and write what your thoughts are, what your feelings are on being here in this small group. Like, how do you feel about it? Are you comfortable with it? Are you feeling a little nervous? Are you thinking, oh, it's going to be super fun. This is awesome. Happy to be here. Whatever it is. So Addison, go ahead and write on that. And then when you're done writing, I want you to crumple that paper up and throw it right here in the middle.
These smell really good.
Yes, they do.
This one smells like This is
I like my green apple.
This
It's
is
all
great.
Smell.
Here, pass it down to me. Smell this one. Macy, pass the blue one down.
Okay. So girls, we don't have a lot of time, especially because it is on the lunch break. So I need you to go ahead and write how you're feeling about being a part of this lunch group. And about maybe even the topic, like I feel totally fine about this topic, or I'm interested to learn what we're going to be talking about. When you're done, crumple it up and throw it in the middle. Yes, what was your question?
Can you do a whole bunch of things?
Just write something quick because we're going to move on, okay? So just some of your initial thoughts or feelings about it. And then throw it in the center, Brooklyn. There you go. Perfect. All right.
Score.
I like some of the faces I'm seeing as you're crumpling up that paper. Okay.
I'm with your throat.
Okay. While you're finishing it up, I just want to remind you that the only reason the video camera is going is for me to evaluate me in this position as a school counselor. I have a professor who looks at these videos and helps me to know what I can improve on. The other thing I need you to know that anything that's said in the group is confidential, and so, or anytime you meet with the school counselor or me one-on-one, it's completely confidential. The only time I would have to tell someone is if somebody was being hurt. If you were hurting yourself, or you were hurting somebody else, or if someone was hurting you, that's the only time that a counselor would have to tell somebody just to get you help if it's needed. All right, so if you will take a bite and then come grab a piece of paper, try to grab one that's not yours. You're gonna uncrumple the paper and then you're gonna share with what it says on that paper.
This is not mine.
Oh no.
All right, we're gonna start over here with Molly, and Molly, you go ahead and tell us loud and proud what that one says.
Awesome. This sounds so fun. It feels like a safe place.
Oh, I love that. Okay, Chantel, go ahead.
I feel good about being in here.
Great. Okay, Brooklyn.
Excited and nervous and embarrassed.
And embarrassed. Okay, that's good. So excited, nervous, and embarrassed. Maybe like, why did I get picked out? Why am I included? Right?
I don't know what this says.
Okay.
Comfortable. Comfortable.
Oh, good. Comfortable.
Oh.
Okay, Emma, go ahead.
I feel excited.
Good. And then Addison, last one.
Go on, Greg. I think this is Chantel's writing.
Yes.
Am I in trouble? It's cool in here.
Okay. Okay. So I hear from some some of you that most of you have the excited feeling, but there is a little bit of apprehension, like, what are we going to be doing? So some of the topics we're going to be talking about, like this one is just having a conversation with somebody and learning to stay on topic. Or having a conversation with somebody and learning things that you can do to show that you're an active and reflective listener. Okay? Those are just some of those, not interrupting people. Those are some of the topics that we're going to be talking about. And as I mentioned before, yeah, I had a talk with Mrs. Robertson. We picked out a group of people that we thought would be able to work together positively. So we wanted a group of a good mix of kids. And so does that mean that we won't choose other kids or other groups? No, we will. Okay? So there's other opportunities for other people. Okay. So we're gonna move on to, let me see. Oh, I know, we need to come up with some rules for our group. So one of the rules that I mentioned to you for me is confidentiality. And that is really important in our group, that somebody mentioned on one of those papers that this feels like a safe place, and it should always be a safe place. So I would ask that our first rule is that we maintain confidentiality for everyone in the group. So we have that expectation of me, but I think that as group members, we should have that expectation of one another. That means if something is said here, that you don't run and tell everybody else, guess what Emma said at group today. That's breaking confidentiality, and that's not cool. That won't be beneficial to our work in our group, right? So can I put that as our first group rule?
Yes.
Okay, that we are gonna have be confidential. Confidentiality. All right. So can you think of any other things that would help our group to be more effective? Any other rules that we should add? Addison?
Like, maybe to listen.
I love it. Yep, that would be an awesome one.
Because, like, if somebody's talking about something and then you're not listening, that might just make them feel like they don't, like they're not very impressed or something.
And what they're saying is not important to you.
Yeah.
Right? That's really excellent.
Non-respect.
Yes, that's about respect. Yes.
Let people share their ideas.
Okay.
Yeah, let people include people.
Okay, let that be, so let everyone share. Okay, perfect. Izzy.
You should always look at others while they're trying to speak.
Okay, so we're gonna look at the speaker. And why do you think that's important, Izzy? I think you're right.
I think
What does that demonstrate?
that demonstrates that you're actually paying attention and you're not like trying to do something other than trying to not pay attention.
Okay, and I kind of think it has to kind of goes back with what Addison said about respect. When you're listening and you're maintaining eye contact, then they know that you're listening to them, and so you're showing respect. So I'm gonna put for number 5, respect as an important rule in our group. Did I have a hand over here? Chantel, go ahead.
You can always look at the person and always don't walk away when they're still talking, because you never know when they're gonna stop, and you always gotta make sure you respect them, because maybe it'll make them sad that you're just walking away.
Okay, right. So wait until the conversation's finished. I'm gonna leave because you said respect again, so I'm gonna leave that one under respect. That is a really great example of it. Yeah, Molly.
Don't say mean things to each other.
Okay, let's put that on here as be kind. That is so important with all of the things that we say. Enough rules, or you guys think we're missing a couple?
One more.
Okay, go ahead, Addison, and then I'll let Emma finish up. You're fine. Do you want me to have Emma go first?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Emma.
I think it's important not to be mocking people, because they maybe think it's funny, but it's not funny to other people.
Okay, so how could we word that? We need to can be considerate in our responses, like, so that, you know, for example, I had a group of
Response
second
timing.
graders today that I was teaching, and we were talking about a bad case of stripes. And so everybody went around and told me a food that they liked that nobody else liked. And what we were working on was when somebody said that food, that other kids didn't react inappropriately and say, ew, yuck, that's terrible. So that would be trying to work on your response, right? So that they would say, oh, that's interesting. I've never thought of that combination before. I haven't tried that. That sounds good. Or that sounds interesting. Yes, Emma.
A couple people thought it was really funny to hide my backpack,
Yeah.
and I got very
Yes.
worried.
So can I maybe put it as don't tease?
Yes.
Okay. That made me think. Did you find your backpack then?
Yeah.
Yes, but they thought it was super funny and didn't.
And how did you feel about that?
I felt really bad, but I thought it was just the way they were gonna react.
Okay. And so then what did you choose? How did you choose to respond to that?
If they weren't gonna say sorry, I just walked away.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Addison?
Don't interrupt.
Okay. No interrupting. And you know what? In here, I also call it blurt. And so if you're going to say something, just raise your hand and then I know and we can all hear what you have to say. Chantal?
I can kind of relate to Emma because someone took like my little sweater that was mostly my favorite, and it's my California sweater. And I left it on my hook on accident when I was supposed to bring it home, and then someone took it, and then I was really confused who took it. So I've been asking the office, and they said they'll look back on the cameras, and
Oh.
so when they looked back, they saw who took it. So then they asked the person to please give it back, and I got it back.
Oh, good. I'm so glad that we have that option. Some of the kids at recess sometimes being on the walls of this little modular and they're kind of loud, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, the last thing, because I want you guys to be able to go out and dump your train with recess, is I would like you to fill out, this is a self-assessment, okay? What it is at the beginning is it asks you these questions. I don't expect you to know all of these things, and I'm not grading this. This is just for you to see where you're at, and then at the end of the group, we'll take the exact same test, and we'll see if you've grown, if you've learned, and what you've learned, okay? So I do want you to put your name on it. I want you to answer it independent of one another, just, it's your own private responses. If you have a question about one of the questions, just raise your hand and I'll come around and help you understand what it's asking. But then we'll turn this in and then I think that you can go ahead and take your trays out as soon as you're done with that. Okay? Any questions about what we're doing? Okay? Does everybody feel like I'm glad to be here? It's gonna be okay? So we've kind of calmed some of those nerves? Okay. Well, I am thrilled to have you all. I'm excited. I think it'll be a good time. And I'm glad you guys are all able to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't have one.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? Did I grab yours?
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, Izzy?
What does it mean, like, it says, I know when it's appropriate to interrupt.
Like it just seems.
So it means, do you know when it is and when it isn't? Or, and do you do that? Okay, that's just something for you to answer. Yes.
It's just like sometimes you need to interrupt if it's like they're speaking about something bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Or if it's like an emergency.
So let her just answer it based on the knowledge she has right now. Okay, so don't give any, I know you want to, we're gonna talk about that.
Like maybe it's because.
But we're not gonna give any, yeah, we're just gonna let it be what she thinks and what she's aware of and knows right now. Yeah, Brooklyn?
I don't get the first one.
The first question?
Yeah.
It says, during conversation, you should always be able to speak your mind, even if what you're thinking is off topic or interrupts. And then on the back side, girls, if you, you might need a pen or a pencil because you have to write a couple sentences there. I think it would be better than to use the marker on the back side when you're ready for that. Everybody loves using a pen. They always have to use pencil, so when you get to use a pen, it's kind of a treat.
Izzy, I see you in the mirror.
Oh, I see you in the mirror.
Oh,
Brooklyn.
I don't see
I
myself.
tried to get the most similar ones.
Oh, the mirror.
I see you in the mirror.
I'm gonna tell you about that the last
Okay.
week, so. Maybe I should bring a lunch tray, huh? So I can video myself eating one.
I have a mirror that says I am in my background and like usually I'll be smiling in it. Put your face on.
I don't get the last one.
Okay, let me see. So it says list 2 qualities. So what are 2 traits or characteristics or what are 2 things that a person does who's good at making conversation with others? Who's somebody
Talking,
that's-
not mumbling.
Okay, perfect. Then write that one down. So one more thing that they do that would be good.
Wait, oh, I wrote everything down. Jesus.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize that. I'm sorry. It did, so, yeah.
Oh,
So if you wrote them there, it's fine.
Have you ever done a challenge looking a lollipop and drawing at the same time? It's hard.
How is that? Okay, so then this is, you don't, this was for that one, you don't have to.
Wait,
just
what?
go on to the next one. It's fine, I didn't realize that it had done that, so flip, there is a backside, guys.
What does that mean by a message?
If you don't know, then you just do your best to guess, okay? We will talk about that, that's something we're gonna learn about.
I know that. I don't know what's
I'll bet you, but if you don't, then that's okay. That, if you can't think of another one, that's okay, because that tells me that at the end, you will know more than one, Brooklyn,
Because
okay?
respectfulness means all of it.
So maybe an action verb, it's fine,
I'm
if that's all
done.
you wanna put, then you're done, okay, thanks. Looks great. Okay, while you guys are finishing up, I meant to mention this, and I have this mirror, and it's a feelings check-in, and I think we'll try to do this at the beginning of the groups, but if we do it at the end, then you can do a feelings check-out, right? Because you're headed out. So just tell me how you're feeling. I think it's an important thing to learn how to articulate and speak what you're feeling and let people know. That's important for you to recognize, and it's important for you to be able to verbalize and actually tell people, okay? And then we can talk about how you react to those feelings as well. But right now, just tell me, you can say, I am feeling excited because I got to come to group today. I am feeling tired because I didn't sleep well last night. Whatever your feeling is, it's your choice. Nobody's gonna tell you what you wanna feel. So if you are ready to dump your lunch tray, you can come up, we can do this and then, yeah, okay. Thank you, Chantal.
What do I do with the paper?
Just leave the pens and the papers there and I'll take care of those. Okay, Chantal, go ahead and do a checkout, feelings checkout.
Yeah, no.
Okay, how are you feeling?
Okay.
Okay, alright. We'll see you next time, thanks, Chantal.
So,
Mrs. Crosby. So, do I write?
Alright,
do I
Where do
write
I put
both
these?
of these? Do I write
Where do I put the
things
smaller
or
marker? I know where to
just
put
leave
this.
that there. Take your tray and you can head out. Number, the second one?
the last one.
What do you, oh, just answer the first one. What do you,
Okay.
would you like to learn in the group? So it's the second question is for after,
Okay.
okay?
I forgot the R. I made a mistake and then Mrs. Crosby.
Okay. Let's see. Thank you, and let me get your whiteboard so you can check out. Okay,
I'm feeling happy today.
awesome. Okay, have a great afternoon. See you, Nancy.
See ya. So now do I write with a pen?
I just thought it might be easier for you to write the words. So this one, you actually put the answers there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is eye contact 2 words or 1?
2 words.
Mrs. Crosby, how do I get inside of the building?
Is it locked?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, let me find my key. I had it, but then I didn't want it to get in the way when we were. Doing the group.
It's over there.
Oh. There we go. Okay. Oh, come on.
It was right next to me. How did I not see that? I don't know. This is quiet. The parties? On me. That's cool. That's for her boss. She sends that.
How's it going, girls?
Good.
Sorry about that. We didn't think about getting locked out of the school. So Molly, when you answer this too, you can write your answers right here on the back, okay? Yes.
Do I write like the pretest and the
Yeah, just this one. Ignore that post-test. Yep.
I'm ready to check out.
Awesome.
I put
Okay.
my name on the ID.
Yeah, do you got your name? Okay. Okay. How are you doing?
Happy that I got a count.
Good. I'm happy you got to come too. It was great to see you. Have a good afternoon. And Molly, I'm gonna let her in, okay? I'll be right back.
Oh, thanks. When did it?
I know.
My name's Martin, and I'm also very sorry for what I did.
Are you finished?
No.
Not quite. Okay. You're fine. It's kind of chilly out there anyway.
I'm done.
Okay. Great. Thanks for working so diligently. I appreciate that. I'll put this, we've got your name on it. And then do you mind doing the checkout with me?
Sure.
Okay.
I am feeling great.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So you don't have to go back into the lunchroom.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see you next week.